We got news today from the Fiscal Bureau that due to many factors, including an improving economy, it looks like we are going to have more revenue than was previously estimated in January. I think it's important to note that as we look at this money, we still are looking at it in light of the fact that we had a $3.6 billion deficit to solve. We have about $600 million of money that we hadn't counted on, and I think when I look at it, it seems to me that we have to, number one, pay our bills. We know that we have the Patients' Compensation Fund, which hasn't been repaid yet, and that money is definitely due. We have the opportunity to do things like the Minnesota tax reciprocity and other changes that have got to happen. That's probably the best way to utilize some of the money in this current fiscal year, because the money is broken down into about $233 million in the first fiscal year and then about $200 million in each of the next 2 years. Our caucus, as we have looked at the budget, has always been concerned about our debt level, so I'd like to see that part of the money is used to hopefully pay down some debt. And then we have also prioritized, as you've seen throughout the finance process, Senator Darling and I have said that we have some significant differences with the budget proposed by Governor Walker. We would like to now be able to use some of that to help work around the edges with issues like senior care.
Absolutely, senior care, recycling, some issues related to shared revenues with road aids particularly. We've come a long way in our caucus to agree that we are going to first use this money to spend down the debt. We're not going to just spend the money. We need to address our debts, and so this isn't a $600 million whirlwind fund that we're going to get to just spend. We're going to stick to our guns to balance this $3.6 billion deficit without increasing taxes on anybody, especially our hard-working middle-class families. And we're not going to use the credit card, but we're not going to start creating new programs, and that's going to be the tough part. Is to get everybody online to say, you know what, we're going to use this money to pay down some of the debts that we have, as mentioned, the reciprocity issue, the Patients' Compensation Bill as starters. We have bills that cover about 2/3 of the money we have for this year. So this is not a whirlwind of new money. This is money that we're happy to get so that we can pay more of our bills.